Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen live trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized. No censorship or hard caps apply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. If Bitcoin dipped, then we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Friday. And yes, I said Friday because we're celebrating the end of this chaotic week to now sit back, relax, and talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Boy, we have a lot to say today. And you know what? I decided I should probably say nothing. And you know why I'm saying that? Why should I say nothing? It's because people are acting a fool right now. They're acting a fool. People may be like, oh my gosh, Randy, don't give in to the madness. I'm not. And for my mental health, I might have to exit social media for the weekend. I don't like how people are acting because Bitcoin is dipping. You think the world is over? LOL. No, it's not. Maybe I'll dive into that a little bit later. But if you guys are ready for the Zest, the news, the education, smash the like, subscribe, share it out with friends. Holy darn, wait, where did my streaming service go? Okay, there we go. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, a subscriber goal, same as yesterday, 25,070. Excuse me. There we go. 25,070, 10 more. Let's see if we can get there with people's raging emotions. People are popping off. Let's say good morning to each other, shall we? Say good morning to me as I say good morning to you. And check out our 3 amazing sponsors of the show, including Cake Wallet, Market Cipher, use code ZESTY for 15% off. And then check out Uphold. Buy the dip on Uphold, guys. Buy the dip on Uphold. I did yesterday. All right. Let's say good morning to everyone before we dive into the madness. For my mental health, I need good mornings. Can everyone put hearts in the chat, please? I need a heart. I want hearts and love. Okay, hearts and love, please. Let's say good morning to each other. I'm scrolling. We got Silver Days, Jesse, Flat Earth, Mike Volmer, Uncle Billy, Mama Shadow, Sun Backup, Silver Days, Corvette, Cool Cat, good morning. Pieces here, thank you to Black Cat as always. Lasers, good morning. Ben Spada, Loco for Crypto. Lasers is all over the place this morning. Lasers is very enthused. He is very enthused today. One House, we have Zon Kang, nice to see you. Who else we got? Wow, you guys are really chatting it up today. Woof. Ian F, good morning. John Legend, Mike Mazzone is on X with Yukio, Rashad, Otto, Cough. Jim, USMC, nice to see you. Who else is here? Oh my gosh, I'm definitely missing people. If I missed you, please yell at me. Mr. Flex, Rob the Truth, good morning. I think I got everyone. I don't know. Tube and Jar? Did I miss anyone? I don't know. All I know is that hello Rich on TikTok, Hassan on TikTok, everyone on TikTok. I can't really see the text on there, so please go to YouTube. Guys, people are upset, right? M2, Fitz, everyone. People are upset. People are coming at me on social media. I've never gotten this crazy engagement level on social media, and that's how you know the capitulation is here. And if you want to know, I'll give you the numbers. Because the rage is real. We did hit 106,000 followers on X. Thank you very much. Remember, for 27 months, Billy. Wow, 2 years already. He said, share the spirit. Amen to that. Amen. Guys, the heat is hot. So yesterday I posted this video explaining why Bitcoin is undervalued. People got mad. People also were raging because I said I'm buying Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm buying Bitcoin because in 10 years from now, none of this matters. None of it. None of it. And here's the thing. People are bringing up these narratives that forced their capitulation. And you know what? They're probably upset because they didn't buy when it hit 60K yesterday. Even if it goes lower, who cares? Because every time Bitcoin has a dramatic drop, it always goes back up and surpasses all-time highs. Now, the other problem is that there's this other narrative in the background right now. You know who I'm referring to, this individual that people are referring to as the founder, as Satoshi. He is not Satoshi. He is not. And if you look at the actual stats, the numbers, there is no evidence that this person actually touched and used Bitcoin and transacted on the blockchain, because if they did, we would have exposed who they were a very long time ago and who they were interacting with a very long time ago. And if we're going to protest things that literally he has nothing to do with Bitcoin, go and look at the banks. Why are we not protesting JP Morgan Chase right now and Jamie Dimon, where he moved over $1 billion through that one bank and all the fiat that he used? Why are we not talking about that? If you're going to talk about one thing, talk about everything else. What about all the lawmakers that cover up for him? All the celebrities? Please. Actually stupid. And that's all I'm going to say on that. That is all I'm going to say. So people going and attacking me because I'm 22 and I don't have experience. I've known about Bitcoin for 10 years. I've been in this space more than most of these people have. So don't come after me. Look at the facts, please. Don't be ignorant. And this is the whole capitulation phase right now, where people are believing propaganda that's not real. You know, the previous cycle propaganda was Bitcoin's bad for the environment. Bitcoin's used for criminals. Less than 1% of criminal activity is through, and this is less than 1% of crypto transactions are illicit activity. How do we know that? Because the blockchain's transparent. You can't say that about cash, because when you look at how much money is laundered, it's most of the world's GDP. That would not happen if the world was based on blockchain, because again, every transaction is recorded on an immutable ledger. Okay? So the capitulation is just capitulation. It's just their own narratives because they're upset, because they're in fear. Where there's blood in the streets, I am buying. And people telling me, Randi, stop giving financial advice. I never gave anyone financial advice. Let's make that abundantly clear. I never give anyone financial advice. Not once have I ever done that. You can look back on my podcast. You can look back on my posts. Did I ever tell someone, go buy Bitcoin right now because I'm telling you to, it's financial advice? No. Have I ever once told people what their portfolio should look like? Have I ever rated a portfolio? No. Never once have told anybody what to do. So I'm letting you guys know what the reality is, and that this is all noise. It is noise. That's all I'm going to tell you. So I don't take the attacks personally, because I know I will have the last laugh. We on this podcast will have the last laugh, because we know what the reality is, that Bitcoin is the only money that represents freedom. It is the only money that is independent of government control. Gold is controlled by the government because governments give miners permission to go in the ground and mine it, which takes them 5 to 10 years to do. They manipulate the gold mints. You don't know if your gold is real. If you're buying paper gold, you actually don't own it. But if I have my Bitcoin, it's actually accounted for in my wallet on a blockchain, and nobody can stop me from sending or receiving this money. And the first world is just ridiculous right now because they're not looking at the rest of the world. Third world countries that are experiencing currency collapses as we speak. Their money's worthless, but they are using Bitcoin to survive. Please, look at the reality of the situation. Look at the reality. So I just had to throw that. I had to throw that in there. There's no evidence for what people are talking about. And again, it's another narrative that people try to push to suppress Bitcoin price when all the elites are buying right now. The elites are buying. You think the central banks are going to tell you that they bought? You think that these major countries and companies are going to stop buying because you sold your Bitcoin thinking that it was over? Funny. Because you know what? All these people selling at the bottom, they're going to regret it. Maybe in the future. Maybe they won't. Maybe they're okay with a gold bar that no one cares about. That might be it. But gold is not verifiable. Your paper gold is not verifiable. Bitcoin is the only thing that's verifiable. It's the only thing that has an immutable blockchain ledger. The only thing that's real. The only asset that represents truth. The only thing. And I'm telling you right now, too, gold is great for the utility. But my generation likes to move. We like to travel. And we don't want to be tied down. Gold physically ties you down. I am not moving around with physical gold on me. I'm not. My friends don't care about gold. Nobody cares about gold in my generation. And again, this is a generational difference where older people are going to be like, oh my gosh, I need my physical gold in my pocket. You know what that sounds like? 30 years ago when people were like, oh, I can't even fathom not writing a check. Where are my money orders? Where's my fax machine? Guys, we email now. We use credit and debit cards. People thought Amazon was a huge, why would I ever buy something online and let them ship it to my house? I'd rather go to the in-person store. Now everyone and their mother just uses Amazon Prime. So you're going to tell me that technology stopped at your bank transfers and Zelle and Bitcoin and crypto is obsolete. No, it's not. It's the other way around. This is a natural evolution of technology. And so people need to calm down. When in doubt, zoom out. The dollar is dying. Fiat is dying. And Bitcoin is made to survive generationally. So I'm not worried about all these people and their naysaying on X. Because you know what? They are being ignorant. And you know what? Let it play out. How many times have I seen a dip like this? Someone texted me last night. They're concerned for my safety. I'm getting text messages that I should be concerned for my safety. Guys, why am I concerned for my safety when in a few years, you're going to look back and be like, LOL, people that are texting me to stop posting on social media because they're worried about me. They're going to look back and laugh and be like, wow, I can't believe I texted her that. Can't believe I texted her that. Am I telling you just to buy Bitcoin only? No. Am I ever telling you what to do with your money? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The banks will continue to fail. Fiat will continue to die. And Bitcoin will continue to prosper. Purchasing power with the dollar has been depleted. But purchasing power with Bitcoin just keeps going up. Nobody can change that there's a finite supply of 21 million. But they keep printing the dollar, and there's infinite amounts of gold in this world. This is all factual information. Factual information. So this narrative that people are coming up with about Bitcoin isn't even true. It isn't even true. Go and protest against gold. Go and protest against the whole fiat banking system. If you really cared about the women and the children that were impacted by these people, you would go and protest JP Morgan Chase Bank. You would go and protest against all of these anarchists that go and try to take over the world. If you really want to do something about it, do something about it. Go to the lawmakers like Liz Warren that cover up for people like Jamie Dimon who bank people that aren't good people. Like, really attack the main issue here. It has nothing to do with crypto. It really doesn't. So, that's it. Gold is infinite. There is no cap supply on gold. There is no cap supply on gold. Get that in your heads, please. So ridiculous. So ridiculous. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to be nice and fluffy for the rest of the show because I don't like to give in to negativity. And I'm not trying to be negative in this, but I'm just trying to word it in a way that registers with other individuals. I'm sipping coffee. Let's go ahead and go into the market recap. Decred is up 28%. XDC is up 12%. HBAR is up 7%. Let's take a gander here at Bitcoin. Again, dropping. This is good. We are at the top of our handle for our major cup and handle that took like 4 years to create. Taking a look at this again. Look, I don't know how to. Hold on. I have to make this look better. I tried to like draw this out in the past to make it look cute. But the top of our cup and our handle was around here at 68, 69K. Bottom of our handle was 54. Played out perfectly. We drew this out before it even happened, bro. Played out perfectly. 2024, we had a massive pump. That took us, again, above our handle. Bam, to 100K. Now we're revisiting. I would like to see the bottom of this handle, 54K. 54K. That would be amazing. But again, when people think that we're going to keep going lower, people are calling 30K. People are calling 12K Bitcoin. Do I think that's going to happen? Personally, not. But again, I don't give financial advice. I don't know the future, and I don't have a crystal ball. But what I do know is the lower it goes, the more I personally am buying. Ridiculous. Okay, we're looking at Bitcoin, $68,182. We are up 8.6%. Now, again, looking back at that $54, it's on both of our charts here. In between it all, look at where we have landed exactly at our 60K mark that we outlined back here, because we were having some resistance here at 60K. Over here in 2024, we bounced up to that 66, came back down to that 60K. And then we had a little jet set moment after the election happened. So look, perfectly placed 60K. We want to look down to that 54, 55 is our bearish scenario right now. Bullish is going right back up to 75K. Right back up to 75K. That's our bullish scenario. Over here, we have our momentum that is the lowest since back here again in February of 2025, so about a year ago. Money flow is down. VWAP is starting to make a little bit of a bounce upwards. Again, we had a lot of bottom signals such as this RSI being extremely oversold, still oversold and rebounding today. Let's see if we get through that that bearish end of things again. The 30 line represents it being oversold. Anything below that 30 line is oversold. So we want to hit that 30 line and go in a little more bullish direction. But I think either way, this is a great wipeout. Great wipeout. Keep going. I root for this. I've always been saying send it to oversold. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm bullish. These are the lowest prices, again, if we're looking back in time here, lowest prices we've seen since back here in October of 2024. It's been a very long time. No, he was not. Oh, God, the stupid narrative that people are pushing. Stupid. I'm not going to get upset about it. We're not. Will 100K Bitcoin return? Put a one or a yes emoji, two or no emoji as we get into our breaking news headlines. Do you think we're going to see 100K Bitcoin ever again? Maybe by 2028, according to some analysts. That's when we'll see only 93.5K Bitcoin. This is where things are getting actually ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. This is the bottom signal. This is capitulation headline. Capitulation headline. Crypto sentiment at the lowest point. Oh my gosh, crazy. These are the headlines that wipe people out. Again, 2028. Oh my God, I guess I should sell my crypto now and prepare for the end. Ridiculous. Okay. So people are saying that sustained selling pressure during Thursday's U.S. trading session eventually sparked a liquidation cascade with $2.6 billion in crypto positions wiped out in 24 hours. And again, this is the lowest price since 2024. Joe Consorti, head of growth at Bitcoin equity company Horizon, said ETF holders have never experienced this kind of sell-off. ETFs saw net outflows of $434 million on Thursday, according to Farside Investors. And we saw Bitcoin fall more than 10 grand in a day for the first time. And again, that is good. Wipe people out. Saying yesterday was the highest volume day on Bitcoin since August of 2024, and it's one for the history books. But one crypto trader and analyst from Rect Capital said that it could be 2028 before a true rebound occurs. Writing in an X post, looks like it is indeed the year of the Bitcoin bear market, saying 2027 will be the bottoming out year for Bitcoin and 2028 will be the trend reversal year, when 93.5K would finally be broken. I don't know if I believe all that. I don't know if I believe all that. Like I said, I don't have a crystal ball. What I do have is fundamental knowledge that the banks are failing. We already had a bank failure, and it's been literally just about a month into the new year, and we're already seeing bank failures. We will continue to see them. Bitcoin is the only thing that you actually possess and own and nobody can take. So when your bank fails and you're crying because you sold all your Bitcoin, then you're just going to have to pay at the price you get it at. I don't know, guys. I know you guys are expecting magical rants from me today. Magical, crazy rants. I honestly, there's never been a podcast where I was like almost at a loss for words because of how ridiculous people are. Ridiculous. And I love people, love y'all. But people are just, holy wow. They're causing trouble in their own lives. They're causing trouble because they don't realize what the fundamentals of this asset is. They're not getting the fundamentals. That there's 21 million to ever exist. It won't ever be more than that. And so while everyone's selling into the dollar just keeps depreciating. That's like saying I'm going to buy a 2007 Honda Civic and abuse it until it dies and then expect it to increase in value. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. So I'm going to hold my composure, friends and family. We're holding our composure today. All right. We have a goal, guys, a subscriber goal of 25,100 subscribers. Oh, my lovely friends. Thank you to Alex O and the Otter Gang for rating in here. Please go ahead and smash the like and subscribe to the channel. Let's continue to go and talk about strategy. Strategy is trying to address another piece of FUD, which is quantum computing. How are they going to tackle that one? Quantum computing is moving from theory to long-term strategic consideration, as strategy made it clear that they intend to be proactive rather than reactive. And so they addressed the growing discussion around quantum risk and reaffirmed their commitment to Bitcoin security, framing quantum not as an immediate threat, but as future engineering challenges the network can prepare for. And so he revisited a long list of historical Bitcoin FUD that the network has already overcome quantum concerns, while acknowledging that quantum deserves serious long-term planning. So he went into all of these pieces of FUD. Listen, literally everything I addressed here: functionality, Ponzi FUD, volatility FUD, critical bug, illicit activity, regulatory stuff, 51% attack. Literally none of these things are relevant. Not one piece of FUD is relevant. And all the FUD that people are spreading right now, this is as the 4-year maxis would like to call it, it's cyclical FUD. I like to call it cyclical because it's every few years there's a new narrative that the elites have to pull out of their behind to try to FUD us so they could buy it cheap. This is all that they're doing. You're selling the elites your cheap Bitcoin, and then they're just going to go and laugh at you. They're going to laugh at you. So ridiculous. So ridiculous. And we have things from Washington. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is calling out crypto nihilists because there are people resisting the market structure bill. And you know what the problem is that there is no good within this market structure bill. Guys, why are we not focusing there? And this is what I said on Kitco. They're like, but what about the banks versus crypto? Why are the banks involved in a bill that has nothing to do with them, and it's about a completely different industry? Oh, they're a part of the conversation because it impacts them. It's part of the conversation because they're worried that the banks will go out of business. Don't you realize that this ties into what's going on with Bitcoin because the banks are failing? They are over leveraged. They do not have proof of reserves on the banks. Meanwhile, everyone's worried about crypto exchanges. Well, a lot of these exchanges have proof of reserve, so you know where their money is. You don't know where your bank's money is. You don't. And so that's what I find crazy about this. And Bank of America's CEO was even crying about it. The stablecoins are going to take away from bank deposits because if people are pulling their money out of the banks, putting it in stablecoins, or putting it in Bitcoin, then they're actually earning more money. They're actually securing their own assets. They're worried because most crypto exchanges are offering you yield on your stablecoins that outpace inflation. And when Kitco News asked me, does Gen Z want yield? Of course we want yield. We want to make our money work for us. We want to outpace inflation. Of course. So this is what's going on with the Clarity Act. Scott Bessent fired warning shots at crypto insiders who are pushing back in the negotiations over a digital asset market structure bill, briefly aligning with Dem Senator Mark Warner and expressing frustration during a hearing on Thursday. Bessent said there seems to be a nihilist group in the industry who prefers no regulation over this very good regulation. And he also said that, hold on, where is it? Bessent also said that if you don't want to be regulated, then you could go to El Salvador. El Salvador is different because they actually open the doors to people.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We should have 150 likes already. What's wrong with y'all? Pump these rookie numbers. Thumbs up emoji.
You heard the man. You heard the man. Smash the likes, please. Pretty please. But yeah, no, this is what I'm going to continue to say is that like if it's not about just getting a bill through. That's not the premise here. The premise of the whole situation is allowing an industry to prosper in the US because Donnie T says it correct. If we don't do it, China will. China's already been mining Bitcoin for years. How much Bitcoin do they really own? We don't even know right now. But the US is falling behind. The US is falling behind. Man, and this is the reason why, because we have people like Liz Warren and all these Dem senators that are paid by the American Bankers Association to propagate all the bank's objectives while not focusing on the prosperity of what crypto can be in this country. Why are we not allowing people to make money in an industry that the rest of the world is so far ahead of us on? Is it actually the plan to dismantle America by making us old and fragile and weak? When everyone else is innovating, we're over here still. It's like, you know what I could compare it to? I used to, in my old building in Brooklyn, obviously everyone has a darn iPhone. There was this one lady. She was like 60 years old. She wasn't even elderly like that. She was only 60 years old, but she only used a flip phone. She has no idea what's going on with the rest of the world. So that's like what I would compare the rest of the world are people using iPhones, and we're the ones that are still on flip phones. That is really what it is. And so is that the ultimate goal of the elites and all these people that insider trade in Congress is just to destroy the economy? Because really, crypto would help the economy explode. It would put people, give them jobs, bring liquidity, more investments to the country because, people are going to want to invest in crypto companies, especially if they're allowed to prosper here in the US. Is that the plan? That must be the plan. If they're not moving anything forward. And they just want to put a bill out there to put a bill out there. It's not about putting a bill out there. It's about creating something sustainable for the next generation. This is what it's all about. But, the same people that are intimidated, these Democratic senators, they're backed by the banks, and the banks don't want you to know where their money's moving. Even these senators don't want you to know where their money's moving because they're insider trading all the time. They're trading stocks that they're regulating. That's why they don't like crypto, because crypto brings transparency. It brings truth. They don't like transparency. They don't like truth. They just like to manipulate you and lie and destroy you. Again, 40% purchasing power has been depleted from the dollar. Meanwhile, these elites are still making all the money. They're still making all the money. They don't care because they keep making more money and the middle class keeps shrinking, and they don't want the middle class, quite frankly. And that's what crypto really does serve, is the lower and middle class, where anyone anywhere in the world, banked or not, they could go ahead and open a crypto wallet and start trading and get access to assets early, whenever they want. They don't have to be an accredited investor. They don't have to be rich to get richer. This is a revolution. This is a generational rotation. This is breaking that wheel that people have created for years. And look at the history of the banks. The same central banks from Europe during our whole American Revolution. It's the same people that ran the banking financial system there that came right over to America and rebranded. Where it's like, we're American, but it's the same families, same elite families. And that's who's really controlling the narrative, because you could look at these politicians. There's someone that they answer to. You can look at the regional banks. There's a bigger bank that they answer to. Then you have the big banks. Well, they also have someone else to answer to. So then you keep going up and up and up, and then you have the central banks. But there's people in the central bank that have to answer to somebody else. So who's at the top? And that's who you're really fighting. It's not the people that are in your face every single day, like Jamie Dimon, Warren Buffett. It's not these people that we're fighting against. It's the people that you have never seen. These elite families that have changed their names multiple times. It's not about what you think it is. All these narratives that they put out, you have to see through them. Because they don't want you to break a generational wheel that does not involve their control. Because if they can't control the money, that means they can't control the world, which means they can't poison your food. Which means that they can't poison the economy, which means that they can't poison politics. Because when you really look at where money goes, especially with a lot of these wars, we're funding both sides. Fiat currency funds it all. And most of the time, everyday people like you and I are paying the consequences of somebody else's actions. Why in the world are we doing that? Where our parents, my grandparents, my parents, let's say if my parents worked, or if like my grandparents were working, right? They're not alive. But let's say all of them were working their entire lives, right? For the dollar. And then you have the Federal Reserve, which is an entity that's not even federal, depleting their net worth. And we're sitting here, everyday people working for dollars, and saying, you know what? That's fine that somebody else is determining my value. And I have no say over when they hit the money printer. Did our parents, our grandparents have any say over when they hit the money printer? No. So then why are we funding a system that is the seed of corruption, deceit, and lies? And the best part of it all is that we don't even have to physically fight these people. We don't have to literally go in guns blazing. All we have to do is open our phone, go to a crypto exchange, swap out our dollars, and opt out of that system, then opt into a new one where we actually have control. Is that radical of me? Is that radical? I'm really wondering. Am I crazy? Put it in the chat. Am I, tell me 1000%. Say, Randy, you know what? You're crazy. Tell me the truth. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the lies. I'm sick of the deception. I'm here for reality. Let's get into coins to watch. Let's do this. Let's do this. This is crazy. Gainers, losers, Decred is up 28%, Nexo is up 15%, XDC up 13.9%, and Flare up about 13.9%. We also have XRP up 13% today. Loser, stable, not so stable, down 18.2%. Donnie T, his token down 11.5%. Word Liberty right behind it, ironically, down 8.4%. Leo is down 7.4%, and Layer Zero down 5.6%. We do have an after show. Thank you, Black Hat. We do have an after show, guys. Please make sure you have become a member of the channel and join the Discord, because the Discord is where we're going to have all of our beautiful after show chats for members only. Mondays is for everyone. Wednesdays, Fridays is for our members. Was this recorded 10 years ago? No, my friend. I'm literally just looking at CoinMarketCap and I'm telling you the gainers and the losers of the day. Oh, thanks, Kevin Law. He said, Randy, you know what? Your hair looks good. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yesterday I had it kind of flat. I was feeling flat vibes yesterday. And today I was like, I want a little bit of a floof. So I created a floof. But yeah, man, I really just hope that my points came across in a good way today. And again, there's a lot of love. There's a lot of hate on my feed. And that's because people's emotions are at an all-time high. That's why I tell people, go to the gym. Pump some iron, bro. Because if you don't pump iron and you don't go outside and touch grass and you're looking at the chart, you're going to drive yourself crazy. And if you're listening to propaganda, haven't you learned that they lie to you? Haven't you learned that people lie to you? That the media lies? Hold on. There's a song I have for this. I'm going to just play it. I don't know. I'm going to get copyrighted, but you know what? Screw it. There's a beautiful song I'm going to play for you. Hold on. Get ready. You're going to hear it.
Feels like propaganda. Feels like propaganda.
Yeah, bunks on rock.
Did you hear that? Oh, wait, hold on. Let's play that one again.
Feels like propaganda.
Feels like propaganda.
Yeah.
Ooh, it feels like propaganda. Yeah, you guys should go listen to that song. It's an actual banger. It's by Bob Marley's grandson. He goes by King Cruff. Go listen to that song. Right before the fallout. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. You want to hear the middle of the song? I'll play it. Hold on.
Feels like propaganda. Feels like propaganda.
Feels like propaganda. Feels like propaganda.
Hard times can't let that change me. My side, game time and pay dues.
Your side, no beggar to play me. Offline, y'all never can say true. Oh! Can't stay compromised. Watch out for them try to be nice. Woo! Shots I can't find, but them can't deny. Want and walk for more.
Saw them crashing
Down and call for war.
and it feels like propaganda.
Sounds like noise outside the gate. Call out to no answer. Feels like something's in the way. Hey.
And it feels like propaganda.
Y'all get it? This song tells you everything. Literally, what did it say? Hold on. Okay, listen without the actual music. Written on the walls, I seen it. Tonight, I'm gonna let the law down. Ready? Bad news if they caught me scheming. Hold on. With the price on their constant secret. Is this not a banger? With the price on their constant secret. What are their secrets that they're hiding from us with their money, right? Right. Again, they want for more because they're selfish, they're greedy. Sudden crashing down and call for war. Is this not how propaganda works? This song is everything. Lyrically, it is genius. That is genius. Sudden crashing down and call for war. Is that not what goes on in the market? Feels like propaganda. Yeah, so hope that was a good tune for you. That's a banger. That's a banger. So I'll just let you sit on that one, y'all. How many likes do we have? I don't even know what's happening here. All right, we have 88 likes. Oh boy, guys, can we get 12 more likes, pretty please? Looking at the poll, how low will we go? I gave you the options of no more up from here, 50K, 30K, or Zest a million. I don't know where that came from. I made that up. So 31%, this was a tight poll. 31% said that we're at the bottom. 29% of you said we're going to 50. 25% of you guys said we're going to 30K. Whoa. That's crazy. That is craziness. David B, oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you. But yeah, guys, please go ahead and watch that. Listen to that song. It's an absolute banger. And if you haven't bought the dip, go to Uphold, store your crypto in Cake Wallet, use Market Cipher to trade. We have the whole package here for you. Everything you need to get started. Also, if you guys are looking to move your Bitcoin off of exchanges or buy Bitcoin on an exchange, send it to your wallet. I have an article on that. I put it in the Discord yesterday. Also, wanted to show you guys one more time if you go to look for it, just go to my X account. Go to the articles tab. You'll see that's the first article I wrote. I'm holding off on my other ones that I have drafted right now only because the market sentiment's a little bit wacky, and maybe my sentiment in my articles won't match it. So we'll see. K9MM, what? Where have you been? K9MM, what? Guys, I don't know if you guys remember K9MM. He's an OG fan member. Where have you been? Oh gosh. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Bless all of your hearts. Don't give in to the madness. Don't give in to the propaganda. Don't give in to all these false narratives that are going to try to get you to sell your Bitcoin. Again, do whatever you need to do. I'll never give you financial advice. But I have a bullish and a bearish case scenario. Keep calm, hodl on. Everything's going to be okay. I promise you. And I'm just so bullish on the future. I'm bullish on fighting the fight for Bitcoin. I am not leaving. These people are fueling my fire, fueling me. And I won't leave because of the pressure. Pressure forms diamonds, baby. No, I'm just But seriously, we're all going to make it. Thank you guys so much. I know this was a spicy show today. I just hope that I worded everything in a way that wasn't intense, and I'm not trying to come after anyone. I'm not trying to get in anybody's face. I'm just simply telling you that the revolution of Bitcoin is not determined by its price. The revolution of Bitcoin has nothing to do with the propaganda that they try to insert that's completely false and no actual evidence towards any of it. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Please smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share this out with friends. Happy Friday. Go outside, touch grass. I'm gonna basically try to not be on social media from now until Monday. And so so I probably won't be too active. Of course, I'll probably be posting every day, but it's not going to be the same capacity because I think I need to go touch grass myself and like go outside this weekend and socialize with people that aren't crying over a crash that no one's going to remember in 10 years. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Go to the Discord right now. Join the after show if you're a member. Smash the like, subscribe, share it out with friends. Have a beautiful weekend. Touch grass. Stay happy. Do something good for someone today. And as always, stay zesty. Mwah. Bye.